Ever dreamt of gallivanting around Rome with your buddies? No? Well, start dreaming, pal. In the heart of Italy lies Rome, a city that'll juggle you between millennia-old ruins, bustling street life, and a cuisine that'll have you drooling faster than a greyhound chasing a rabbit. This city is a cocktail of the ancient and the modern, served with a side of delicious spaghetti. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your trip, so buckle up. So you've decided to take the plunge and visit Rome. Congrats. Now, let's talk about the big scary monster under the bed, the cost. All right, brace yourselves. A round-trip flight from the US to Rome? That's going to set you back about 1,200 greenbacks. Accommodation? Well, unless you fancy sleeping under the Colosseum, a decent hotel room won't leave much change from $100 a night. Now let's talk food. Unless you plan on surviving on a diet of dreams and air, you're looking at about $30 a day. And that's if you avoid the tourist traps. Sightseeing? Well, the Vatican is free, but if you want to avoid the biblical length queues, it's around $30 for a skip-the-line ticket. And that's just the basics. We haven't even touched on the gelato budget yet. Remember, Rome owes you nothing, so spend wisely or you might end up selling your buddy's luggage to afford a gelato. You didn't come to Rome just to stare at old buildings, right? You came to eat, drink, and make merry. So let's get down to the real business. Rome is a foodie's paradise, and you're going to need to roll up your sleeves and dive in. From the creamy, dreamy carbonara to the crispiest pizza you've ever had, Rome's culinary scene is a ticket to gastronomic heaven. And let's not forget the gelato, the sweet, velvety siren call of Rome's streets. Now I know what you're thinking. Where's the nearest McDonald's? Well, I'll tell you where it is. It's in the wrong city, my friend. Here in Rome, we do things the Italian way. When the sun sets, Rome really comes alive. The nightlife here is as vibrant as a disco ball, with a side of classic Italian charm. If you leave Rome without trying their pizza, did you even visit Rome? All right, it's time to put on your walking shoes. We're going on a sightseeing marathon. No, not literally, but close. Picture this. You're standing in Rome, the city of love, pizza, and history that stretches back for millennia. Now imagine trying to see it all in one day. Sounds exhausting, right? Well, buckle up, because we're about to take you on a whirlwind tour of Rome's must-see spots. First stop, the Colosseum. It's a monumental testament to human ingenuity and a stark reminder of Rome's bloody past. Yes, it's as grand as you've imagined, and yes, you'll be climbing a lot of stairs. But hey, who needs a stairmaster at the gym when you have the Colosseum? Next up, Vatican City. It's a country within a city. How cool is that? And it's home to the Sistine Chapel, where you'll find yourself craning your neck to marvel at Michelangelo's masterpiece on the ceiling. Talk about a stiff neck. And let's not forget the Pantheon, the Roman Forum, and about 1,000 other places that will leave you breathless. And I mean that literally, because there's a lot of walking involved. So here's a little tip. Don't try to cram it all in one day. You'll end up with blisters on your feet and a spinning head. Take it slow, enjoy the journey, and remember to sit down for a gelato break every now and then. Remember, Rome wasn't explored in a day or even a week, so take your time, soak it all in, and maybe take a nap in between. Now let's talk about what not to do in Rome. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. Well, maybe a little. Firstly, let's talk about gelato. Rome is the city of gelato, but not all gelato is created equal. You might be tempted by heaping mounds of brightly colored gelato in glass cases. But beware, those are often overpriced and not fresh. Go for the ones in metal canisters, they're the real deal. Next, don't fall for the gladiators outside the Colosseum. They might look authentic, but they'll charge you an arm and a leg for a photo. And trust me, those plastic swords aren't worth it. Lastly, don't eat at restaurants with "We speak English" signs. Sure, it's comforting, but these are usually tourist traps with mediocre food at best. Remember, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And there you have it, folks, a crash course on how to survive Rome. Godspeed!